Hello YouTube, how you doing guys? I'm gonna make a short video today. If any of you guys are still using one of these guys, which is a time capsule, and let's say the time capsule died on you, or like in the case of this customer, he forgot a password and he cannot access the data from it. Or let's say if you're still using it and you're planning to upgrade the hard drive inside of it, I'm going to show you how to disassemble the time capsule and how to access the data inside of the hard drive. Okay, now for the purpose of this video, this customer only needs his data. He does not need to use the time capsule anymore. So one of the first steps which you have to do is remove this rubber which is on the bottom of the time capsule. Now when you're trying to do that, this is actually glued to the frame of the time capsule, and most likely it won't come clean in one piece. It will actually break. Don't worry about it. Actually, if it breaks, it's even better, and I'm telling you why. Because inside of the time capsule there is a fan. The purpose of the fan obviously is to cool the time capsule itself and the hard drive inside of the time capsule. But because the breathing holes are covered by this rubber, it cannot really do a good job other than just moving the hot air inside. So in other words, if you're ripping this rubber apart, you can just glue 4 pads on the corner of it, leave it exposed, so the air can circulate and the time capsule will last you longer. So yeah, for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to take my time to actually try to take it apart as clean as I can. If that's your purpose, then I would recommend you to use either a hot gun or a hair dryer on a high setting. Just go around it so you're softening the glue and then pull up the rubber. But as I said in the beginning of the video, this is going to be a very short video. I'm not going to do that because again, the customer will throw away the time capsule. He has no need for it. But yeah, so without further ado, let me just set up the camera here and show you how it's done. So we'll have to, first of all, there are a couple of screws which will hold this time capsule together. We have to reach to those screws, so let's start taking apart the rubber padding of this guy. So just gonna lift it up just like this with the pry tool. You can either go with the pry tool underneath or just lift it just like this. Okay, now you see it's ripping apart. Again, the purpose of the video is not to show you how to cleanly take that rubber apart, but rather how to open your time capsule. So yep, and like in the fashion of the Apple, they love their glue. They love to glue everything and anything in their computers. So this will be a little bit time consuming. Maybe I should pause the video here and just restart it when actually this rubber is completely taken apart, because nobody wants to see me how I'm just ripping this rubber. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pause the video and we'll start it again once this is removed. Okay, so this is not completely taken apart, but just want to show, because this turns out to be a pain in the neck. I'm taking a heat gun and just move it. Okay, warm up this silicone or rubber or whatever it is. Okay, you don't want to melt it, you want to make it hot. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how right now. Okay, so it is, you see, if the purpose of this is to take it as clean as possible, you'll use the heat gun, and as you see, this one peels pretty cleanly. Okay, Okay, will still break, but you'll have to go one more time with the heat gun or with the hair dryer to make sure that everything, you know, like it's warmed up and the glue will give up. But you see, it comes in big chunks. You can be successful at removing it cleanly if you just take your time. Okay. We can leave this last piece in here because I gain access to the screws that I wanted to gain access to. So as you see, you're gonna have a couple screws on the side. Go ahead and remove all those screws. Okay. Actually, that's not needed because that would be the fan. Okay. So I have all the screws removed. Now I'm just going with your fingers, just lift on this part right here. Okay, and you see the back is lifting up. Now you wanna open it up. Basically you have the ports facing that way and you wanna lift it up like this. Why? Because there is a fan. This is the fan which I was telling you is pretty useless. It doesn't cool down anything, it just moves the hot air around. So matter of fact, you see this has a bunch of holes. I would recommend you to keep it like that so air can actually go inside of the time capsule and actually do what it's supposed to do, and that's cooling it. Okay, so now we have to remove the sensor. You have a temperature sensor right here on the hard drive, which is covered by this. You can reuse it, it's sticky enough. And then this guy, you just slide a pry tool right underneath, and because as I said, apple loaves gluing stuff together, and just like that you remove this piece which will be glued, and this is your temperature sensor. Okay, we're gonna put that on the side for now. Okay, and now let's okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, now let's get to disconnecting the cables, these two cables, the data and the power, and remove the hard drive. This is the hard drive. Okay, the rest are the Wi-Fi and you know, the basically the router part of the time capsule. Okay, so now let's disconnect this guy. If you grab the hard drive from this side and lift it up towards you, you'll see that the hard drive is moving. Okay, we're gonna lift it up just like this, and now we're gonna pull the data and the power cable, and inside of this one Apple put one of the cheapest and the least reliable drives there were available back then, which is the Western Digital Green. In my experience, Western Digital Green were the drives which were failing the most. Now let me just put, okay, so I'm gonna show you how to access the drive. Okay, again, excuse my mess on the desk. Have a bunch of projects which I'm working on. So we're gonna take this this hard drive and we will plug it into an enclosure. Is something like this, or you can just purchase a 3.5-inch external hard drive enclosure. With that one plugged in there, we will, okay, this is one of the M1 computers, the M1 chips, which is basically the newest the newest Mac available. We're going to disk utility, and let's see if disk utility will see that drive. But first I'll have to actually connect this enclosure to the computer. Let me grab my USB to USB Type-C adapter. Okay, and let's just plug it in and see what happens. Okay, you see right here, this is your time capsule hard drive, and you can access all the data which was there. Okay, we can see it here, external. Okay, and we'll have that. Now if you want to upgrade the drive, I would recommend you to put maybe a Western Digital red, as they are more reliable, or Western Digital black hard drive, and you can go as high as you want. This one, again, it had a 2 terabytes hard drive. You can go for a 4 terabyte, 6, 8, whatever you want to do. Now I'm not going to show you how to put it together, because basically just follow the instructions in the back order, and you'll be able to put it back together, and that's as simple as it is. Now in case you forgot your password, or in case your time capsule died, that's all you have to do. If you don't know how this is called, the enclosure that I put it in, you can either search for an external hard drive bay, a 3.5 inch, because that's the type of hard drive the time capsule uses. If you don't know what's the difference between a 3.5 or a 2.5 inch, this is a laptop hard drive, 2.5 inch. This is a desktop hard drive, a 3.5 inch. You can also get an actual enclosure for the drive. Is about $20, $25 on your favorite electronics store, Best Buy, B&H, if you're around New York area, Micro Center, Amazon, eBay, whatever you wanna buy it from. So yeah, I hope that this video will help somebody. It's definitely gonna help this particular customer. And if this video was useful for you, please like and subscribe to my channel, where I try to make as many videos as possible, given the fact that I'm pretty busy in the shop and I don't really have time to do quite a lot of videos lately. But until next time, take care, stay safe, and subscribe to my channel. Have a good one.